The prevalence of dementia in the UK is increasing. It is predicted that by 2025, 1 million people in the UK will have dementia. Dementia is an umbrella term used to describe a set of symptoms caused by loss of cognitive function. These progressive symptoms affect the daily lives of each person living with dementia differently. Dementia is caused by numerous conditions such as Alzheimer's disease and vascular dementia. When most people think of dementia, they think of memory loss, forgetting names, misplacing objects, but the symptoms of dementia are much more complex than this. Sensory challenges are some of the most overlooked symptoms of dementia. Sensory challenges can occur as the brain's ability to perceive sensory information is disrupted. Changes to vision, hearing, smell, taste, and touch can be frightening. It can make everyday tasks more difficult, such as reading, preparing food, travelling on public transport, and communicating, causing a lack of confidence. It is important to remember that many people with dementia live independent lives within the community. The more we understand about the associated sensory challenges, the more we can do to help and support people living with dementia. This is Mary. She's been living with dementia for 3 years. She has Alzheimer's disease, the most common cause of dementia.
Shortly after my diagnosis, I began to notice changes, not just to my memory, but to my senses too. I now experience phantom smells. I smelt burnt toast, but I know it's not there. I'm also sensitive to sound. It's called Hyperacusis. A busy place is like a wall of sound. I much prefer quieter spaces.
Let's take a look at how Alzheimer's disease affects the brain. The brain is the control centre of the body. Within the brain, a network of neurons interconnect, constantly communicating with each other. Information is transmitted from one neuron to another across synapses. This enables perception of the world around us, including sensory stimuli. In people with Alzheimer's disease, a buildup of proteins creates two unique structures known as plaques and tangles. A protein called amyloid beta changes and clumps together to create amyloid plaques. These plaques gradually accumulate between neurons, disrupting the brain's ability to transmit messages. Neurofibrillary tangles are said to develop due to an altered form of a protein called tau. These tangles gather within the neuron, eventually causing the cell to die. As plaques and tangles spread throughout the brain, it loses its ability to store and process information correctly. Continuous research helps us to understand more and more about the causes of dementia. We can help by learning more about living with dementia and how it can affect daily lives. Let's hear some more first-hand accounts. Fred has been living with sensory challenges and dementia for 4 years. He has posterior cortical atrophy, a condition which causes shrinkage of the brain in the area concerned with vision.
Before my diagnosis, I began noticing changes to my vision. I paid a visit to the opticians, but I was informed my vision hadn't changed. It's not an issue with my eyes, you see. It's my brain that can't process the visual information. I noticed I was having difficulties with recognizing money. I can see each coin, but my brain confuses them. I can't tell them apart. I tend to find objects in contrasting tones much easier to identify. Put a dark cup on a dark tablecloth and I will have issues with locating it. But if the tones are different, it is much easier to spot.
This is Bev. She has Lewy body dementia, which is closely related to both Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. Bev's daughter Faith has been caring for her at home.
I didn't know much about dementia before. I was surprised to learn about the sensory changes. The doctor told me my mother may experience hallucinations, but it's not just her vision, her other senses have also changed. My mum's sensory challenges can be worrying, but I can't just focus on loss. She used to love her music, but not anymore. Now she paints instead, and she's amazing.
Hallucinations are common for people living with Lewy body dementia. These may be detailed and convincing visuals such as a person or an animal. Faith has learned to recognise when Bev is having a hallucination and encourages her to paint them.
I've learnt a lot and I've tried to make changes to keep her safe and happy. I've made a lot of adaptations to our house over the years.
The correct lighting is particularly important for people living with visual challenges and dementia. Minimising shadows and patterns can help reduce visual misperceptions. Simple changes to colour contrast can make objects easier to identify.
Our routine has also changed. We go for short walks when it's quiet and we always watch the sunrise together. It's so peaceful.
Please explore the rest of the website to learn more about dementia and what you can do to help. Let's work together to ensure a brighter future for people living with sensory challenges and dementia.